Well, once again, I haven't won any of these trophies, but we have had another truly spectacular finals day for EFRA European Championship. This time, one off-road from Austria. This is the finals package. So we are about to get underway for the final of the Off-Road European Championship 2012. A nice sweet start. Dave Ronefalk starting from pole. Behind him it is Robert Bataille, Joe Maigon, Renaud Savoia, Miguel Matthias and Darren Bloomfield starting sixth. Bloomfield a disappointing semi-final, was the fastest car, but a stone got stuck in his wheel and he ended up losing about 10 seconds. Now Bloomfield already coming through, so he looks like he may even be in his fourth as early as the first lap. It's Ronefalk from Bataille. I think in fact that's Igon who's got past us. Savoia's had a bad first lap, so it's Ronefalk, Igon sort of battle, Savoia, Bloomfield doing well there, pushing forward. There's rather too many yellow and red cars down there. There's at least three in the top four, but it is Bataille, the current European champion, who's just coming out of pressure there from Igon. Ronefalk's made a very good start, the young Swede, cleared off and away, and he's got some nice clear air to work with, and there's a bit too much curve there from Igon. And Bloomfield now, I think possibly the fastest car in the field, but not always the guy who stays on the island the longest. He is now gaining on the others too, and he's looking now to try and move back to the position we probably felt he should have started in the first place, which would have been right near the front. Anyway, he's now bearing down Igon. We go first time onto this, the multi-surface section with the paving slabs over the bridge. The unique factor here of fairing, you've already seen it in the electric off-road, and you've got a really good memory. You've seen it in large-scale off-road 2 years ago. So over the double single, and Bloomfield, nice block pass there, but Igon doesn't like that. He's going to try and power back. I think he's got more horsepower. Going to come down the straight, come the first corner, but no, he managed just close the door down. This is going to end in tears, and they go over the jump together. At this point early in the race, you've really got to try and settle down and see what you can do, but these guys are going to hammer and tongs. But Bloomfield now walking through the fields he needs to do. A little bit further on in this race, and it's already becoming evident it's going to be between these two guys, Dave Ronefalk and Darren Bloomfield. Ronefalk, who won his semi-final, Bloomfield, who should have won his. Now, what is also becoming apparent is they're on very different fuel strategies. In fact, Ronefalk here has already made his first stop, where Bloomfield hasn't. Bloomfield running longer. He was a few seconds behind, but not making that first stop has brought them together. But we are working out that in fact Bloomfield will have to make one less stop, and as he comes in for his first, he completely cocks up his first stop there. That's no point. No point making one less stop. He'd make a huge mistake. There's Adam Drake on the gun, fires the fuel in, and away goes down. That bit was nice, very relaxed and casual, but the entry cost him 4 or 5 seconds, and that's what you can't afford to do, because that's basically free time for Ronefalk, and these guys are very, very close, even though they are running on completely different strategies. Now let's see, where is Ronefalk in relation to Bloomfield, and He's there coming into back. Oh, he's rolled it! He's rolled it right at the same lap. So it's a bad lap, but that's a really weird one there, Ronefalk. Perhaps he was congratulating himself on being so far ahead, but he rolls it, and that means that both of them had a rubbish lap. So that almost has negated Darren's mistake into the pit entry there. So this battle, I think, is set to go on for the rest of the race. And now sunshine towards the back end of the race. And in fact, Bloomfield and Ronefalk have been running neck and neck, apart from pit stops, for the entirety of the first 35 minutes and 7 or 8. This is Bloomfield coming in for his last stop with 9 minutes to go, but he has made a couple of mistakes in the final section. He is now about 7 or 8 seconds behind on the road, and if Ronefalk can run it perfectly for these last 8 minutes, he will be the European champion, the 17-year-old Swede. Bloomfield needs to A, drive like the wind, and B, hope that the Swede makes an error, but that hasn't seemed very evident so far. But Bloomfield now looking to try and capture second. Bataille in third. He's just not really had the pace, and we hear he's had a couple of flame outs during his pit stops as well, and that's dropped him down the order, so he is looking to be best at third, but he could pick up the pieces in one of these two leading cars, either Bloomfield and Losey or the leading car of Dave Ronefalk with his Kocho. Hits a problem. Bloomfield, though, will need to do perfect lap after perfect lap. He's going to get anywhere near Ronefalk in this what has become a great strategic battle, but also all-out speed, and that is battle his last pit stop. That's even worse than Darren coming in, but that's Bataille. He's away, and he will be now hoping for better than third, but third may be all he can get. And there's Ronefalk, I think we're going to pick up now. Yes, Ronefalk comes to his final pit stop. This is where the game has played out. They've all made their final pit stops. Ronefalk's down there, great stop, out and away again. So that's a fantastic stop. So the question will be, as he comes out here, how far ahead is he of Darren Bloomfield, and can he stay ahead for the remaining 7 minutes? He turns now over the large tabletop, and we will see in a second just how close it has got. And there we see, just a few laps later, Ronefalk and Bloomfield are neck and neck over the last 5 laps. we've seen Ronnefeld tighten up, and I think he realised he could be European champion. Bloomfield's reeling him in. We are now in the last 4 minutes of the final. Bloomfield there just tagged him on the way down, so he's waiting for Ronnefeld. Ronnefeld, double single. No one's tried tripling that. My advice was to triple it, and Teemu Linna did triple that most of the qualifying, and it seemed to be quicker. Now, Ronnefeld settling down on that bad wobble he had the 2 laps previous to this, and is now looking more relaxed, looking able to stretch out. So he goes over the large table, followed by the right hand, then you go over the shave table. Slightly different from the electric version. Now over the corner table, so it's more tables than IKEA on the circuit. 3 in a row, over the 3 fingers. Tricky circuit, not a part that Dave Ronnefeld really likes. Now onto the change of surface. 4 changes of surface there. You go from concrete, this block paving, and the iron of the bridge, and finally that's roofing felt. And a good drive off that. And that little section there was very good for Darren. He managed to get very, very close to David. David, though, knows what he has to do. Darren comes up the inside. All he has to do is keep him back for the remaining 2.5 minutes, and he will be the European champion. He's had this wobble, and he's now looking much more assured. They will fly that large jump at the far end of the circuit. That road is slightly banked towards us. Coming in now for the second of the 3 tables, the shaved one. Come through again. Darren looking to see if he can make an error. He's very fast in this section. He looks to go through, and he's gone through. He's managed to catch him up. Ronnefeld made a slight error of the 3 fingers, and superb opportunity to move Bloomfield straight through into the lead. That's the first time he's led this race, and we have 2 minutes to go, but Ronnefield's having nothing on. He's tagged him. He's going to have to wait. That's very sporting driving. He's waited to let Bloomfield through, but we now have a couple of laps, perhaps 3 laps now from this point, for Ronnefeld to try and capture back this championship that he had in his pocket until that wobble, and now he is looking the fast. It is so much easier to be the chase. Bloomfield has enjoyed almost 10 minutes of just chasing and closing down, and with the pressure, again they come together, and Ronnefeld's back in the lead. Bloomfield lands together, and 3 feet off 3 was dives in like a drunken cat, but still manages to get down, and he's tagged badly there by Ronnefeld. Now Ronnefeld's going to have to wait because he's taking him off, and Ronnefeld indeed just goes slow. He has. That's again very sporting driving. We've got, I think that's Savoy getting in the way now, but Bloomfield back in the lead after Ronnefeld clunked him as he went round under the bridge. We are now, I think, about to enter the final lap, so we've just about had the last lap here, going round. And it is just by, as you can see, the length of a bit of acceleration, perhaps 1/4 of a second, as really we need to see Savoy get out of the way here. He's running 4th and not very important. That's heads up driving Renault there. That leaves these 2 to fight. And then, he's tagged again. And but Bloomfield gets away, and the person who lost at that tag was actually the Swede himself. So Ronnefeld now, he's got to kind of gain back again. The chances are it's going to be very, very close either way. As Ronnefeld, I think Ronnefeld had to stop and go then. He just stopped. Probably that previous thing, so that's interesting. But that gives Bloomfield a great bit of a lead. But he's got to get it over the line, and he's got to take the victory as he runs. And Bloomfield is the European champion, and that is Darren taking the first British driver to win the European Championship in over 30 years of try. And commiserations, Dave Ronnefeld, a great run, but just didn't have enough in the last couple of minutes. The first British European champion.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I can't explain it. For like 48 minutes I was thinking, well, 38. I was thinking, come on, just keep going. It's not over. Keep going. And then all of a sudden I felt myself just 1 corner away, and come on the back of him, and then he made the mistake on the triple, so I saw the opportunity and dived through, and then we had a couple of comments together on his behalf, but luckily I came in all right and got through the finish line.
Like last year when Robert won, it was down in many ways to fuel strategy. You made 1 less stop.
Yeah.
That's a key point. And how much, with Adam and his engines, his mechanics helped you over the weekend?
Oh, hugely. I mean, we've had Adam obviously working on the car. Me and Kevin have been going through the track, going through videos, watching myself over and over again. We have Mark on the tyres, with a couple of good opinions from him, and we've all worked together. It's a huge team event. Even with people that aren't here, at home, back in the UK, in the US, everybody's put in their help for me to win this, and finally we did it.
You came out of that last fuel stop with a 7 or 8 second lead. You then banged in your fastest race lap, and then it wobbled. Was it the tyres? Did you tighten up? What happened?
Maybe I get a bit nervous, but I think in the end I ran super soft, so I think I overheated the tire, and the car was a bit hard to drive, and I lost a lot of time on the concrete as well because Darren had more traction than me. And I just thought that, keep going and no mistakes, and I should be fine. But then I made a small error on the 3 fingers, and he passed me, and yes.
Those last 2 or 3 laps, they're crazy, they weren't they? Because you two were so close, and you were just touching and not touching. I mean, how did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, we were very kind to each other. We let each other pass when he take him out or something. And I think the last one, I don't know if it was stop and go, but I stopped, and then the other lap I took my stop and go. So I don't know.
Right now, I'm pretty certain you're very disappointed to come second. But do you think in 3 or 4 weeks' time you'll sit back and go, actually, I did pretty well this weekend?
Yeah, I think so. Even tomorrow I feel better, I think. And I would just try at the Argentina in the world, so.
Last year, one of the main reasons you won was because you did less stops. This time it was Darren. Why was it? Why was suddenly your car more thirsty? Was it just the track meant you had to stop more often?
Yeah, I don't know. In that track we had bad run time, but I don't know why, because he can go with more minutes. But I mean, it just him because all our drivers were 7:30, so that's maybe we have to work more or something like this. But I would like to congratulate them both because they were so fast. But we'll continue working for the Worlds, which is our main goal, so we'll try, we'll work.
Well, a fantastic finish to the race and a very wet finish to the podium ceremony. I am now, luckily, the hose operated by Neil Cragg is no longer here. But that is all we have from a fantastic 1/8 Off-Road European Championship. But do not forget, next week, we'll be in Cassino in Italy for the sunny weather, but also the European 1/10 IC Track Championship. We'll be streaming it live on www.rcracing.tv and F.ws, and there'll be loads of reports, and there'll be Ollie on the mic, which I'm sure will be a relief for all of you. So don't forget, come back, see you next week at the 1/10 IC Championship, and thank you and goodbye from lovely Austria.